morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. And I'm sorry I've been away from YouTube a while. I've been busy with work, and I've been dealing with some personal circumstances. Now, this is not the video that I intended to post as I make my comeback, but it's one that I feel I should post nonetheless. What looks like storm clouds on the horizon, guys, I wish they were storm clouds because we need the rain. These are not storm clouds. This is a wildfire on Blue Mountain that has been spreading and growing pretty much since Saturday afternoon. And I decided to make this video because, well, pardon the pun, it's a hot topic for us locals here. Now, so far, nobody's been injured fighting the fire. No structures have been destroyed. The fire pretty much is on the mountain itself. But we've had super dry conditions. Now, these dry conditions have made for probably the best fall foliage season in recent memory. We've had nothing but warm, clear blue days. It's been absolutely fantastic for the leaves, for train rides, for a lot of other things. But everything here is so dry, and now that you're getting a glimpse of Blue Mountain in the background, you can see the smoke is just everywhere. Now, I am on my way to Jim Thorpe to film a proper train video, and I think you guys are going to enjoy very much. Let's just say something very different is going on today with the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, and I intend to be there for it. Now, this fire broke out Saturday afternoon. I first saw it on my way home from Ashland from Pioneer Tunnel on Saturday, I'd say late afternoon, early evening, probably a few hours after it broke out. I do have footage going back to Saturday, and I've caught clips every day since. Let's take a look back at some of those clips, and then we'll pick up with where things are today. So this first clip here goes back to Saturday evening on November 2nd. I was out in Ashland, Pennsylvania at the Pioneer Tunnel coal mine all day, and thus pretty out of touch with the news and the alerts. And as I'm driving south into Lehigh Gap, first I thought it was a storm cloud, which was unusual given the forecast. However, it's not uncommon for the weather to be different on opposite sides of Blue Mountain. As I rounded the curve, though, it quickly became clear that it was a brush fire, not a storm cloud. I didn't realize how severe it was until I was diverted onto Route 145 and saw people taking pictures of the mountain. Although the camera doesn't show it, when I looked out the side window of the car, I realized just how bad it was. Driving down 145, I could see that most of Walnutport and Slatington were filled with smoke. And then detouring on West Mountain View Drive, there was this parking area that I was able to pull off. A lot of people were starting to do it. That's when I got a really good look at the mountain and what was going on. Now I'm going to speed this up so that you can see the flow of the smoke, and then I'll show you a few photos I took where I could zoom in more. On Sunday, November 3rd, I was out on another railroad adventure, which I'll save that as a surprise for another video because it was a bucket list item and I had a great time. But I decided to go for a drive afterwards to see what was going on with the fire. I was really surprised to see how far east it had spread. And seeing those orange and red flames at night really gave you a sense of how bad it was. Wow. Alright guys, so frame of reference in the dark gets a little tricky. It seems to move quite a bit east of Lehigh Gap. I don't even know the name of this road I'm on. It's, I'll caption it. So these clips here are heading west on Wood Drive near Danielsville. Seems like the worst of the fire is still at the top of the mountain, though. I know they said that some homes got evacuated as it was coming down, but it sounds like they're keeping close watch on those. Hopefully it'll be okay for everybody. Yeah, here you're getting a better look at where it's coming down. Not sure how well the drive cam's picking it up. There's probably the best view of it. And then I circled around to get another view off Cedar Drive near Cherryville. Alright guys, we're on another road now. This is starting to feel like Route 895 through Molino during a 2102 chase. better unobstructed view here. And finally, I pulled over off near this field, and these are probably the best photos I was able to take of the fire. And you can see I'm not the only person out here today trying to get a look at this. This actually started more towards the top of the mountain, so up and to the left from where it is now, and it has moved quite a bit down the mountain and to the east. There's also a controlled burn that they set to try to, I guess, have the controlled burn meet the actual burn, just as a means of, you know, putting a stop to it, giving it, I guess, some sort of gap that it couldn't cross. You can tell it's not my area of expertise. Just turn the camera here. Don't know a whole lot about fighting fires other than starve them of oxygen. So hopefully you're getting a good look at this on the drive cam. I have somewhere I want to go drive to that's should give a closer and better view and be safer than just stopping on the side of the road somewhere. You can see the winds have picked up to the north today, and that's a little concerning. The one fortunate thing since this started on Saturday afternoon is that we've had pretty still air, and that is, even though it's spread pretty far, that has likely mitigated the spread. You can see it beyond these houses here. I know there is one area of houses closer to the base of the mountain that they have evacuated. I really hope that, you know, for everybody who lives there, that their houses will stay safe and not get burned. They do not know the cause of this fire yet, but given that it started on the Appalachian Trail, I'd say it's a pretty strong possibility that because they dropped a cigarette, and that's all it takes sometimes to ignite an inferno. So just slowing down a bit here, letting you guys have a better look at it. Now, when I was here yesterday, there was a lot more burning on the upper portion of the mountain. It almost does seem like that part has been extinguished now, because it looks like it's only going about halfway up. So I would take that as some good news. Alright, and I'm pulling into the one of the trailheads for the D&L Trail here just north of Slatington. The bridge ahead is actually the Appalachian Trail crosses that bridge. You can tell everybody, it's pretty crowded actually for a weekday. You can tell everybody had the same idea about coming out here to see what's going on. Just park here. This is the D&L Trail. Actually, to be honest with you, it's not a particularly great view. Now we're kind of looking sideways at the fire. We're actually right now very close to where it started. And I don't know how well the camera's picking up what has burned versus what hasn't. But basically, that top area where you see a lot of the tan rocks through there, that's about where it started. Up on the Appalachian Trail, it kind of climbs up there. There was some flames at the top. What makes it hard to tell is vegetation has already been pretty sparse on this part of the mountain, and with the leaves coming off the trees, and a lot of them bare, it is even hard for me to tell, even though I see this all the time. Oh, look at that. We got a helicopter going overhead to drop some water. It's the first time I've ever seen a helicopter carrying one of those buckets. The view you just saw, the fire started out actually at Lehigh Gap, right above the cantilever, so that would be the left side of the mountain that you saw on the screen right before it dips down to the Lehigh River. Fire has moved quite a bit east. In fact, it's kind of scary to me. I know wildfires can travel, but to see firsthand how far it moved in how short a time is pretty frightening. The good thing today, I'm seeing less of the concentrated billowing smoke and not really seeing any flames now today. I did see on the news this morning the fire has spread to 577 acres and it's only 25% contained. Now that acreage does include some back burns that they set, or backfires, I'm not quite sure the terminology. Kind of clearing a break, so to speak, so that as the fire moves down the mountain it can't jump that gap to threaten the homes that are here. It does sound like the firefighting efforts are going as intended. They sound confident in their ability to contain it. However, they did say it will likely continue to burn for another week. There's no meaningful rain in the forecast. Possibly a chance of rain Sunday. I don't know if that's meaningful rain or not, but anything will help at this point. That's the entrance to the Appalachian Trail. That is still closed. In fact, this fire started on the Appalachian Trail. I don't know how well you can see up and to the right. The parking lot and the first part of the trail is the old LNE rail bed off to my right, and then it goes pretty steeply up the mountain. I tried to get up there once and it was way too steep for me. The fire did start at the top there. I'm just going to flip the camera forward now as we go through Lehigh Gap. And this is where I'm going to let you guys go. We are crossing through Lehigh Gap into Palmerton. They are making efforts to make sure it does not crest the mountain and come down towards Palmerton. So far, again, that seems to be successful. And this is where I'll let you guys go. Like I said, I'm on my way to Jim Thorpe, and I know you guys come here for the train videos, and if you stuck it out this far for something that's not a train video, I very much appreciate it. Sometimes you do have to do something a little different if circumstances warrant it. I will be back with the train videos soon, guys. I am on vacation this week. Vacation, of course, just means go play with more trains to me, but I do intend to spend some time home editing. I've got lots of awesome stuff in the pipeline for you guys. I have what I got of the 2102 chase on October 5th. That will be my next video, and that's a month ago today. I was having a fantastic morning chase, and then things, let's just say, did not go according to plan. I had one of the worst days of my life, midday, but the railroad did some awesome stuff for me, and in the afternoon I also had one of the best days of my life. So it's going to be a two-part video. You'll see the chase in the first part, and then, God, do I have a really cool surprise for you in the second part. Let's just say it was a bucket list item. Didn't plan to check it off the list that day or under those circumstances, but it sure was incredible. I can't wait to share it with you. I've got lots of other cool stuff too, guys. I was up in Ashland operating the Loki again on Saturday. Getting a little more in depth with the Loki now, guys. I think some big things could be coming with that. I've also got videos going all the way back to August. I had some fun out in Strasburg, including another steam engine cab ride that I haven't aired yet. Short one. I'll let you guys guess which of their steamers it is. I was really happy to get it, and it came with another really cool experience that was absolutely unique to me. What else have I done? I've done a couple other camp rides on the Reading and Northern, guys. I'll let you be surprised what they are. One of them involves a diesel that you normally only see in freight service, but yeah, we had it on the passenger train for a little bit. I think some of you may know what I'm talking about. And then Sunday, I had the bucket list cab ride I've been waiting a very long time for. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you guys who know me pretty well, you can probably guess. Here's a hint, think way back to my childhood. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on long enough. Thank you to the firefighters and volunteers who are working to put out this wildfire on Blue Mountain. I hope that nobody gets hurt in the process of fighting this fire. So far, so good. I hope everybody's homes will be safe. And my God, I hope Pennsylvania gets some rain really soon. Never thought I'd say that, guys, because we normally have way too much rain for my liking. But, yeah, we need it, and we need it bad right now. So, onward to Jim Thorpe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the tracks.